In this lesson, I want to go over finishing off the footer and then also adding in some additional tweaks within the website and the web content. So we can see that the way that our images are being displayed, we're automatically taking up some additional space within those within that content. So I do want to make some updates to that content area that we were working on within the last lesson, and I want to move the background color over into here. I want to also adjust this a little bit so that we can have some spacing, move it down to 65% so that now whenever we're resizing, so we do have some breaking points there where that padding is messing up with how the content's being presented, and we're going to take care of that, I promise you, coming up within the media section. But for now, we've got our content being aligned. So one of the things that I do want to take care of is the images. I want to make the images in line better with the text. So you can always worry about this when you're creating your structure of your website and deal with the images separately, because they are fully resizing, but they're not falling exactly in line with the text. And usually it's, again, dependent on how you're doing with your website design. Sometimes it's a good idea that you don't have all of this excess spacing, especially if you've got a lot of small images that you're placing within your text on a regular basis. So this is just a quick fix for that, and may be or may not be necessary depending on how you're creating your content, that you could add in these quick fixes here to float it to the right. You could also float it to the left, but typically when we're reading, we prefer our text coming in from the left hand side, so that's why we float the images to the right hand side. So now let's go down and look at our footer section. So we've already applied a clearing of those backgrounds, and I'm going to apply a gray color to it. Let's see what that looks like. So now that we can better identify it, and of course we do need to update our font color, so we're going to do a nice bright color, so there's some nice contrast between the two. Text align, so maybe we need to text align and center align it. And let's go back and look at our design. So essentially we've built out the website to match what we were originally designed for, where we've got the header area there. We can add in some spacing, we could get rid of that background color, so we could do that as well. We've got the navigation there, we've got the search, first section, second section, and we've got our content area. So maybe when we are designing our website, this is where it's important to kind of better understand how we want our content presented. So maybe we want some more ads, and really get a feel for how you're presenting your content within your website. So I think that was too many ads, so get rid of that. And also maybe let's center this content in the sidebar. So we'll do a text align, and we'll center everything. So that way it looks more better presented within the website. And maybe we're going to left align the text within a paragraph. So just doing a quick check to make sure that it's within a paragraph. So anything within a paragraph is going to get text aligned to the left. So just refresh it now. So our text is aligned to the left. Our everything else is aligned. Our text within a paragraph is aligned to the left. Everything else just gets centered, and that's how our content gets presented. And then down here, so we've got our navigation menu, and I'm going to add in a little bit of a bonus here, because I'm going to set up maybe a 3-column footer. So sometimes you'll see these more fat footers and they've got a whole bunch of content down there. So just to make something a little bit different here within the footer, we're going to update that and create a 3-column footer. So I'm going to do that in the next lesson, and then we're going to worry about and making it resize properly. So now we see that we do have resizing on it, but we do have still some issues. So we definitely should take care of that as well. And all of this is coming up in the next set of lessons.